old applications of things, and it's just funny that you see everyone trying to put like film grain on their photos or whatever,
Yeah.
because back then
Or
that was
like
like
the ink.
considered you messed up, like it wasn't good
Mm.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's because like it's so easy to just make like a perfect image.
Right.
So like when you can get the imperfection, it makes it stand out or look really cool. I recently I messaged someone on Instagram.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jesse Nyberg podcast. Today I have on Jack, who runs a pretty popular asset Instagram kind of design page for a whole bunch of designers and everything called Album Art Archive, and gonna chat with him today. So how you doing?
I'm good, mate. I've been looking forward to coming on.
Yeah, we've been
Um,
talking quite a bit. A lot of times I usually don't get to chat with the person that much beforehand, but been chatting on Instagram and everything.
yeah, because I've after you asked me, I've watched I think all the podcast episodes.
Nice.
Um, and like I know loads of my friends will be wanting to come on here after mine. So I just thought I added you that to Twitter group. And if I think did I add you to one other thing? I can't remember, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The Twitter group's been pretty cool as well. I'm in all
Mm.
kinds of groups. I feel like now on like Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and it's hard to like some of them. I'm just a total inactive lurker. It's hard to stay
Yeah.
active on all these different things and still get work done.
Yeah. Everyone I know on Instagram is like always complaining because I'm adding them to I've
Groups.
started another one or whatever. Yeah, I've started another Discord, I've started another group chat or whatever. But I think it's a good place to just like learn stuff and because
Yeah,
I spend all day on Instagram, but I'm just messaging people. I never post. That's why like all my engagement and stuff's down because I'm just messaging people all day.
right. Yeah, it's weird too because like with Discord, there's like sometimes like you get into these channels or these servers and they have so many like niches that you don't even know like
Yeah.
where to start talking in. Like it's so
Yeah.
specific. It'll be like this is a channel only to figure out what sans serif font this is or something. Like some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
That's the first thing you do anyway when you join any Discord channel is just mute. So a
Yeah,
lot of them are just pointless to be in. But I've tried to keep up. I try to keep up with yours.
yeah,
The Dread Labs one I sometimes go in,
yeah,
and
that
then
one
I'm
and
just
the Type
I'm
House
looking
one I
through them.
mostly just chatting really.
Yeah, I joined that one, but again I just muted it and I've never looked at it.
Yeah,
And then there's one I don't know if you're in it. You might be in it. Um, oh yeah, yeah, you are in it. There's that Dan Barkle, Harry, Vincent
yeah,
one.
that
I
one's
use
like
that
that
one.
that's the one that I feel is very like official. Like I don't throw any bullshit in there ever. I just kind of
Yeah, you
like
got to be on
see
good
what's going
behavior
on.
in there. Yeah, because they're all
Yeah.
like real legit designers.
Yeah, and they're all like no promos or nothing. So good, but I think
Nah,
it's good to
yeah,
have something like that because I get into a lot of these things and I'm like I do it too, but they just become like pure just people sharing their work. Like at some
yeah,
point no
yeah,
one's
yeah.
even giving feedback or chatting or whatever. But what have you been doing, like, I guess, since quarantine started and stuff? Have you been getting a lot done? Has it boosted, like, your presence
Yeah.
online or anything?
So before we've been in lockdown since March last, so like a year now, pretty
Yeah,
much.
same. You're UK, right?
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just before lockdown, my girlfriend had like a car accident. She's fine, everything was fine, but she had some time off work.
Mm.
So I booked some time off because I was working like back then a normal regular job. So I
Was it
didn't really go to
design
work
or
in
just whatever?
nah. It was it was in a call center like shit job.
Oh, okay.
Um but so I had like a lot of time in February off, a lot of time in January off, and then in March I was off when they closed the office I worked at.
Mm.
And then no one realized like I was at home off work, so they didn't send me a work from home computer till like May, which was pretty good. But to be honest, like if it weren't for lockdown and stuff, I'd probably still be working in a call center or whatever. Because I used to just sit here, right here, working from home, making asset packs on one screen and just talking to
Yeah.
customers like it was like debt collecting, so it's pretty miserable.
Was it
But
like where the stuff that you did though with the call center, was it kind of like passive, like you only had to work when there was a call pretty much?
no, they made sure like
You were
you
always
were
doing
if
shit.
you yeah. It's I mean it's a job, like you can't complain if you're working,
Right.
but I'm not like I've been doing like design stuff just on the internet since I was like 13, but
Hmm.
I don't really I like scrape to see in graphic design at school.
Right.
I totally failed photography at school. I got a U. I dropped out of university, so like no design studio. They might now,
Yeah.
but no design studio before was. I'd applied, but I didn't get anywhere. So
Right. When
yeah,
was
to be
that? Like
honest,
a
like
couple years ago, maybe?
yeah. When I dropped out of uni, because I went to university for music,
Mm.
um, but I just hated it. I wasted like 2 years there, and dropped out, and yeah, I was like, oh, I need a job. I don't want to do music anymore. I did graphic design, so I'll
Yeah.
just try that. And then, like, nowhere wants you because you need to have experience and a degree or whatever.
Yeah.
But um,
So when
yeah,
did you
I feel
start
pretty
the
lucky.
album art archive then?
Um, August 2019, I think. But I was posting like album cover, like fake album covers,
Hmm.
since like 2016 on my other account, Skintrest.
Right.
So I knew of that, that area of Instagram
Hmm.
that's like just cover art basically. Yeah. So
And
I knew
and
it
when
was
you
there.
started that, the asset page was, did you have like a goal in mind for what you were gonna do with it, or did you just kind of start creating stuff for it as you went?
Yeah, it was a bit I got reposted once by, Digital Archive.
Hmm. Yeah, the cool stuff.
And yeah, when they reposted me, I got like 5 or 6 commissions from it.
Oh wow, nice.
Before I had Album Archive, this was years ago. And I was like, shit, they could just repost people and money comes in and like it could be a really good way of,
Hmm.
getting some more commission. So I thought, I'm just going to start one. I know loads of artists. I'm just going to start one and I'm just going to repost like everything
Yeah.
that there is. Literally, I've got it on like my post archive. Um, but if you go back to like when I first started, there was like days where I'd post like 10 times,
Damn.
just reposting people, and it just went crazy. Like I got like 30K in like 8 months.
Wow. And how long has that been now since the beginning then? If that was 8 months, you had 30. Has it been like you said 2
August
years pretty
2019.
much? Almost?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's obviously massively slowed down now, because you can't reposting 10 people a day, like it's gonna burn out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I literally used to when obviously before coronavirus and stuff, I'd be at my job. You could like go on break on the computer. I'd go downstairs, just literally spend 5 minutes, just find one good post, repost it,
Yeah.
go back upstairs. Um,
Just in between all of the other bullshit. Just trying to.
yeah, because it was going quite well, and like people were telling me that they were getting, commissions from it, or they were hitting like some milestone, or it was
Yeah.
helping people out and stuff.
That's cool. When you were still working at the other job, did you start doing the actual like sellables and stuff at that point? Or when did you start doing
The
that? Like the assets and
assets,
things? Yeah.
yeah. So I I'd kind of thought about doing it before, but there's pages like Black Market, and
Yeah.
I mean they're you only really have to name them, but and I just thought, there's no way I'm ever gonna be selling like they are, because I have some stuff where I'd just be out, or like me and my girlfriend would be away somewhere, and I'd see something and I'd just go take a picture of it on my phone, and then I'd take it home and use it in the commission or whatever. So like I had a load of stuff that I was just sat on, but when that kind of took off, I thought, oh, I could just give them away for free and like to see if people want them.
Yeah.
And on Gumroad, it just again like it just went crazy because it was free.
Right.
Um, But yeah, when I realized like people actually wanted it, I did a few that were paid, like,
$5 or 10 or whatever.
yeah, yeah. And then no one bought them. Like no one bought like the first
Yeah.
5 or 6. Um, but I just kept going with it, and yeah, it's pretty like well fleshed out thing now.
Yeah, I was talking with Nicogs about this, that people are a lot more likely to probably donate than when you offer like the free option, but you can donate, than if you were to offer it like paid. Like people feel better about having control over, like, oh, I'll give you money because I want to, not because
Yeah,
it costs money.
yeah, Gumroad's good for that. I've had problems with that though before because I did a pack once called it was like a April Fool's.
Uh-huh.
It was called Body Parts,
Oh
and it was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
joke. Like you might have seen it,
I've
but
seen that, yeah.
I put it on for free, and some people paid for it, and I was like, oh, I've just trolled you and like took your money, so I had to go and like refund tons of people because
Really.
obviously it was just like a thing that April Fools. Obviously, I've not scanned body parts.
Yeah, that's funny because like people like probably were like keen to it, that like follow you and saw what you were talking about, but I'm sure there were randoms that just kind
Yeah,
of stumbled
it still
upon that, and they
happens.
were like, yo, I'm gonna buy this, and then, oh, this looks cool, I'm gonna offer 10, and you're like, no, it's a joke, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, still like occasionally on Gumroad, which I'd that amazes me to be honest, because if you're giving it away for free, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, it depends. Like I usually try to do it if don't get me wrong, like in my day, I like getting a lot of free shit, but I'll usually try to throw like some money if I am doing good at the moment, or if it's someone that I know,
Yeah,
is my friend or something. I'll much rather give them the funds than like some random on
yeah,
Creative Market or whatever.
yeah. I mean, I think Creative Market they take like a huge chunk, I think, anyway. So
Hmm.
if someone has a Creative Market and a Gumroad, like just pick the Gumroad anyway.
Do you
But
do all your stuff mostly just through your native website?
yeah, I've still got Gumroad, because there's a lot of like I don't know how they cover their costs because they'll just host anything. You can
Hmm.
like they'll just cloud store anything that you upload.
Really?
So there's some stuff that's still on there that's like free, and I don't have the files anymore.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's all on the website now.
And then now that you're not working at the office or anything like that, you're pretty
Mm.
much doing your entire incomes based off your commissions and the work from selling that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great. Like it lockdown and like the asset store and one pack in particular called Color Chrome
Hmm.
just like catapulted where I should be realistically for, you know, the amount of work, amount of time I'd put into it or whatever, just catapulted me way, way, way far forward.
Yeah. Is it ever feel like is it kind of stressful sometimes that you're relying on how much stuff people are gonna buy each month? I'm sure it fluctuates quite a bit.
Yeah, kind of. Um, the thing is though, like a lot of the stuff I do, like there's some packs that have like 700 files in them,
Hmm.
and I'll try and put it on for like as cheap as I can sort of justify. And there's people who will just like guaranteed every month the same names. Like as soon as I put whatever up, the same like 5 or 6 names just straight away come up. They buy it immediately, which is really nice. But I try and make sure that like whatever you're gonna buy, because I bought stuff from Black Market before and their stuff's good. But sometimes I've tried to buy from other places and it's like, oh, I've only made one piece of artwork from this
Hmm.
40 £40 pack or whatever, and it just feels like a waste of money. So I try and
Yeah.
make sure like whatever people are buying, they can like rinse it
Right.
until they
And you
can
and you
so
try
they
to
can
take
buy the next thing.
an approach that's like more quantity and lower price basically than trying to sell something
Yeah,
super expensive.
yeah. I think with assets, if for anyone or you or whatever, if you're ever gonna do it, don't do. If you've got an idea, you've got to just like exhaust it completely and just get everything, squeeze everything you can out of it. Because if you do like the Chrome text ones are really popular.
Hmm.
Like I only have two on my page, but if you do one now and then 2 weeks later you're doing V2 or part two,
Yeah.
people are going to be like, why did I buy the first one then?
Right.
So
So
I
you,
just try and put as much in as possible so that you don't have to worry about number two and then missing it. Like because I can't be asked doing any more bitmap stuff now because I've just made like a
yeah.
ridiculously big pack for bitmap.
Especially like with the bitmap stuff, like that's gotten so popular lately. Like obviously there's functionality there with the InkLab stuff, and then also with
Yeah,
like Duran, like he does all the crazy bit mapping shit, and he looks like he's
yeah,
looking
yeah.
into releasing something about it. So I didn't know how
I think he
like
did
popular
today, I
that
think.
got recently. It's interesting to
Yeah,
see.
there's an artist on Instagram. Let me just make sure I get his username right. I think it's Luden Works, but he changed it. Yeah, Luden Works or Lucas Havlik.
Hmm.
I kind of attribute a lot of like that getting quite popular to him, to be honest, because he had like 1,000 followers and then he started posting the bitmap stuff. And I think I was speaking to him the other day about, I was telling him, oh, you'll be at 10K soon. Yeah, 8,500
Mm.
just after he started posting the bitmap stuff. Like his stuff is really good.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think,
throw up a little reference right here. Just send me it
oh
later.
yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to do a lot of these because I know so many people that I'm gonna probably mention.
What's funny is
Yeah,
that
send you a link.
we just not just design, but I think art and like a lot of creative pursuits in general, whether it be video, whatever, we've come so far in technology that we're trying now to replicate like analog effects into digital work,
Yeah,
like we have
yeah,
it so easy now, and we're just like, oh, like it was so cool back then when they had to do stuff with like silk screening or bit mapping or like linotype or whatever, like any like more old applications of things. And it's just funny that you see everyone trying to put like film grain on their photos or whatever,
yeah.
because back then
Or
that was
like the
like
ink.
considered you messed up, like it wasn't good
Mm.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's because like it's so easy to just make like a perfect image.
Right.
So like when you can get the imperfection, it makes it stand out or look really cool. I recently I messaged someone on Instagram. They'd done like a cover art where they printed out the artwork or whatever while the ink was wet, wiped it so it was all blurry and smudged and stuff.
Yeah.
And I messaged him saying, "Oh, like, how did you make that? Is that like a Photoshop action?" And
Yeah.
he just put, "No, I just wiped the ink," and I just felt so stupid. I don't even think I replied to him, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
funny
it's
because
it's getting
like
like that.
that stuff. I have a photography friend. His name's like Dan. We were talking about how, because he's all into cameras. He rebuilds old cameras and things, and he was talking to all these OG like photographers, and he was saying like you'd get laughed out of town if like your photos back in like when film was the only option had any dust or scratches on it, or any
Yeah,
of those weird imperfections that we like are so obsessed with right now. And it's just digital. I think it's so easy, like you were saying, to be perfect that you almost have to bring it back a little bit so it feels like a human made it.
yeah, yeah, and you can just it's an easy way to just it's a bit lazy, but like everyone does it. It's so easy to just drag and drop it on and you fill the space or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing that's true, like with a lot of different, textures and assets and things like that, like um I've seen it before. It can definitely bring up like a piece of shit to like an acceptable work, like just because
Yeah,
of what's
yeah,
popular these days. Back in the day,
yeah.
like not back in the day, I'm not fucking an old man or whatever, but like even a couple years ago, I felt that it was different because a lot that hadn't become like, I guess, like mainstream yet or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, when I was, well, this does make me sound old, but like 10 years ago when I was like 13, 14, doing like Call of Duty YouTube artwork,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
just outside of school and everything back, like even then, I don't even think it was a thing really.
Yeah.
You just put smoke on top of stuff. I think there's a lot of people who like exist on like album art Instagram who started off doing that like exact same thing, and
Hmm.
everyone just had this one asset pack that was just two smoke textures, like a bullet case,
Yeah.
and like a piece of plastic, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, the plastic is like the ultimate meme now because you just see all
Yeah.
the like I always saw tweets where it was like these four assets single-handedly like ruined graphic design or something, and it's just four of those plastic things.
No one knows who made them as well. Imagine if you could like
Monetize
it,
that somehow or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, or sell it as an NFT.
Just the plastic itself.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
original one.
That's funny. Is speaking of that, like, how do you feel about like the NFTs? I know we've been talking in the Twitter and stuff. Are you, after posting and getting a sale and also like learning a lot about it, are you feeling good, like, and it's promising, or
Yeah.
do you think it's gonna get burned out?
I am like I'm really excited about it. There's people like I know and speak to who
Oh yeah,
have
real quick.
made.
I don't know if a lot of people are. I know like that might be
You
jargon.
just did one, didn't you?
NFT basically is
Oh,
one of one like digital token you can sell, that someone can buy and own. Like, I guess the source file, right? Basically, how you'd explain
I
it.
don't even think they don't even get filed. They just so I'm not an expert. Like
Right.
I don't.
I can't explain it to anyone.
Yeah. So you mint like you create your
Yeah.
artwork.
Which is
You mint
basically
it.
giving it like the signature. Like I made this pretty much. The mint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it exists somewhere on the blockchain for
Mm,
the cryptocurrency, usually the one called Ethereum. There's a few other
right.
ones that I think you can do as well. And then that just gets traded among people.
Yeah.
But I think right now it's like, I think it's in like a bubble maybe, but if you can get stuff out there now, I think there's going to be like quite a big secondary market for it.
Hmm.
Obviously there's the whole like environmental issues and stuff for it, but yeah, there's a lot of people now. Like there's someone I know, and I won't name him because he's a very popular artist, but lives like with his girlfriend who doesn't work,
Hmm.
and they're trying to like save to buy a house and stuff. And like this, his crypto art is probably going to get him there. Like he's probably going to get him a deposit
Wow.
for a mortgage or something while his
Yeah, I
girlfriend's
saw
not
this
working.
kid on Twitter that I don't know if you saw him. He has like kind of abstract, like cartoonish kind of art, and he had a bid that was on that like Nifty giveaway or whatever, and it was like
Yeah,
500K and like or like 300K, 400K, 500K, and he was like 16 and he kept making videos
that's
like
mad.
this is like nuts. And the guy that bought it, it was just back and forth every 5 minutes. They were upping it
Yeah,
like 40 grand or whatever.
because there's all these like I don't want to call them weirdos because they'll hopefully buy my stuff, but there's all
Yeah.
these people who just probably bought up a ton of Ethereum
Yeah, there's
when
definitely
it was
some whales
like,
out there that have like
yeah,
200K when it was only worth under $10 or a dollar or whatever, you know?
yeah. Well, I remember seeing Ethereum like at $400 or
Hmm.
£400 or whatever, which is still like I think it's at 1400 right now.
Yeah.
So it's it's like it's a weird system where you're invested in the cryptocurrency and in the artist by
Hmm.
buying the NFT. So if crypto gets bigger and that artist gets bigger, you can like double, you can get a double return
Yeah, I've been
kind of
seeing
thing.
it a lot too. And like they're doing it with, I don't know if you've seen this, but the, what do you call them? Like the sports cards and the highlight clips and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Like it'll be like someone sold like $500,000 for it was like LeBron dunking, like a little video that was just like spinning, you know, or whatever.
yeah. If
And you
that
know that
person
stuff's
can
gonna
do
blow
that,
up because like people
yeah.
already trade the physical cards for a lot of money, like
Mm,
Jordan rookie cards and all that.
yeah, if they can do that, then like me or you or just like some normal person, like we can make
Yeah,
something. So
yeah,
that's just what I'm trying to do. But I think the guy who bought my one is Bored Elon on Twitter.
yeah. And he's like one of the
Or
big like collectors, right?
yeah, and I put it up. I was like, I listed one like 2 weeks ago that just no one bought. So I was
Hmm.
like, I'll just put this second one up, and like I was just turning my computer off, like ready to go downstairs or whatever. And there's an artist, you'll know him, called Three Seater,
Yeah.
who's also getting into it right now. And he messaged me saying you sold, and I was like, no way. There's no way someone bought it. And then I went and checked, and I was like, it's such a cool, like,
Do you get a notification, or
got
do you
to
just go onto your Rarible or whatever you're hosting it at?
you'll get a notification on your Ethereum wallet. I think that's it. But it'll just say you received something.
Was it cool?
You have,
Did it felt good? I bet, right? Like,
so I didn't get anything. Like I just saw his message and I was like, no way. Like
yeah,
he's talking to someone else or whatever. But when I saw like someone bought it like 2 seconds after it went up, like that's the fastest money I've ever made technically. Because
it makes me think
really
that like if it was that instant, like that dude, like him and the other guy, like the egg dude, the Aito or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like they just, if they see something, they don't even think about it. They just buy it, you know, like
yeah,
back and forth.
That guy Elon, he's now listed my piece for 2 Ethereum, and I'll get 10%. But I just think if you can just get something out there, like, and if someone sells it once a month,
Goes
and then
forever.
the next person sells it, you'll continue getting 10%. And even if it crashes, like, and these people start selling at a loss, you still win. You still get the money.
That's what's cool is
So,
if you guys are, if this is like all kind of like nonsense to you, it was for me, like even 2 weeks ago. What's cool about this NFT and like crypto stuff is that I think it really adds value and like a lot of value to the artist or the designer, because even if some guy or girl, whatever, buys your art, sells it later on for like 10 times the price, you're still getting a royalty on each sale that happens from then on at the percentage that you set. So like in theory, you know, Jack here could have sold something for $500 and someone sells it later for $5,000. He's still going to get another $500 for the royalty basically.
Yeah. I just think I don't know where it's going to go, but if it's in a bubble now and you can get something out there, like I think it'll be interesting because you're part of it permanently then, like there's no I don't know if they can,
I guess you could burn it or whatever, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if the collector can. I don't know if only the creator can burn it. But again, I've been doing this for 2 weeks, so
like, I feel like I know enough to like listen and think I know, but I don't know enough when people confront me on messaging like, yo, what is an NFT? I'm like, fuck, let me try to figure out how to say this without sounding like an idiot.
Yeah, well, that's why I made that group chat. I'm going to try and do something else. Like if I can sell something, I listed one for 1 Ethereum today. I doubt anyone's going to buy it.
Right.
But if it does sell and I've got 1 Ethereum in my wallet and I'm doing good elsewhere, like money wise, like I'm going to try and see if I can help someone like mint their first one or just get into it, you know, through Album Art Archive, just because I think it's a really good way to.
That'd be cool. Yeah, because personally, like I was lucky. I'm like in a good place enough to where I can mint something, and if it loses, whatever, I don't sell it. It's not the end of the world. But I know there's some people that are like super talented artists and designers or video, whatever they do, and they just don't have the money to even mint. But I know that they would make it back, you know. So it'd be cool to help people out without any like strings attached, and just be like, here you go, you know, 20 Ethereum or whatever.
$20 Ethereum.
$20 in Ethereum. I mean, no, not 20 Ethereum.
I'll take that. But there's this, I think there's a Twitter account. I know there's a Discord called the Mint Fund. Yeah, Mint Fund. It's a Discord server, and you can apply to them if you don't have enough money. I'm sure it's quite hard to get them to do it, but like I know that they either have or will be helping people mint who can't afford it.
Yeah. So do you I guess other than all that stuff, do you have anything exciting upcoming for either your personal stuff or the page? Or is it?
I wish I did. Now you've asked. No, I mean, no. To be honest, I don't really keep anything secret.
Yeah.
I'm like 20 followers away from 40K.
Yeah,
So
that's exciting.
I'll release something for free when that comes out. I don't know what, like I'll find something, but when will this be posted? Will this be posted in March?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably in like a couple weeks.
yeah. So
Mhm.
the next, I've got like a big stack of ripped up paper there. I think the next pack that I'm gonna do is gonna be just like collage, cover arts, like templates
Mhm.
with all the textures scanned in and stuff, and like pre-made like layer masks and stuff, so you can just drag stuff in.
Do you just use like a normal flatbed scanner when you do all that kind of stuff, or what?
Yeah, I've just got a Canon, like it's crap, but I've just got a Canon LID, whatever
Yeah.
scanner. It's good quality, but like the software they make it's just terrible. But I think it's the best one you can get.
Mm. Do you ever talk to like? I know you mentioned like black market and stuff like that. Do you talk to all those people that like operate similar pages often like that?
Yeah, yeah. Um, Black Market, it's like super helpful actually. Keezy, the guy who runs
Yeah.
it, um, like the first time I had to like copyright strike someone, I was like, I don't know how to do it. So he helped me with that. There's Design Syndrome as well, who I keep in touch with. Studio Yorktown, who I speak to sometimes.
Yeah.
Studio, I'm just giving all these shout outs now to you're gonna have to like do such a big description. But yeah, pretty much
Studio. There's this other one I like called like Studio and Nate or something like that.
yeah, I was
They're
just gonna
pretty
say
cool.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And again, he's really nice, the guy who runs that account.
Has there ever
Um,
been any I know other than that stuff going on right now, we could get to that, but is there any has besides that has there ever been any like I guess drama or anything within that? Like do people ever get
no.
like weird like oh I made that first or something, you know?
Probably secretly, but
Yeah,
that's
not in
kind
the
of why I
public.
try to nah, that's why I try to speak to them because um they're way ahead of me now, black market or whatever, but there was a time when there wasn't much between it, like follower
Yeah.
wise. So like it's good to while you can get someone's attention to like speak to them so they know like if I do accidentally rip them off one day, like they're free to message me and I'll, try and sort
Yeah.
that out or whatever. Because I don't want to do that. And anyone who runs like those stores, I think there's sort of like an unwritten, unspoken like agreement to
Yeah.
just not tread on each other's toes kind of thing.
I mean, speaking like you've obviously made enough noise for that other person to copy your logo or whatever.
Oh, well, actually, I spoke, well, I got an email
What is it like
from
Studio
them.
2 a.m. or something like that?
Yeah,
I'll throw
yeah.
up both logos. You guys could decide what you
I,
want about it.
the thing is, I feel awful about that because I just hate like anyone who's followed my page for a long time will know. I try not to post anything negative
Yeah, you're not
ever.
trying to get people to go like pitchfork at their page or
No,
whatever.
no. And the guy is probably really nice. Like he sent me an email, and I'm talking to him now, and it's been sorted out now. Um, but yeah, I just hate because yeah, I like I said before, like, a year ago or 2 years ago, like I was just in a shitty job. So
Yeah.
that guy might be in the city, you never know where someone's at. So like I won't ever want to just get on someone to the point where they like lose their business or whatever.
Mhm. And
But
like you're saying that basically you've been chatting with this person though, and it seems to be getting resolved
yeah,
now.
yeah, it's fine. I'm confident that like they're willing to come to like a compromise. I'm not gonna like say too much because I don't want to.
Ruin that.
Um, yeah, yeah, and ultimately, I just want them to be able to carry on.
Hmm.
If I don't care if they blow way past me and black market on whatever, like I just want to be able to.
Has anything like this happened in the past before? Often?
Yeah, 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 all the time. The only thing is though, like this is
They
the first
usually don't get
time.
anywhere, huh? It's just usually
Yeah,
like bullshit.
yeah, yeah. That's why black market and design syndrome like it happens to them all the time too.
I bet.
Um, yeah, just it's every week, but usually it's just some kid and like you message them and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to make some money," or whatever, and they're not serious, and then they just delete it, and like they're actually a massive fan of you or Black Market
Right.
or whoever it is they've copied.
What's funny is that's how it is with like celebrities and I see this a lot in like because I watch a lot of like comedy podcasts and stuff that some
Yeah,
of the people that are like the biggest haters like they're secretly like they love that person and they just want their attention. That's why they're like
yeah,
hating or like causing drama or whatever. They just want to feel like seen by that, you know?
yeah. They're usually just too invested, and so they just do whatever they can to get their attention, I
Yeah.
guess, whatever.
What kind of
Mm.
stuff do you mostly do like within the bounds of like Skintrist or just like Jack, like your personal work? Are you mostly doing album art these days?
Literally, I've only just 2 days ago, what day is it? Yeah, 2 days ago, only just accepted like my first commission outside of music.
So all album
So
art then.
yeah, which is like I only really learned when I got here, which like that's pretty rare or like a quite a sought after thing to be doing.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's quite cool just getting to work on music and stuff.
Yeah. So you're trying to are you trying to branch out or is it just kind of you're seeing it happen with the people hitting you up and things like that?
I don't really like I more or less just have like 10 or 11 clients really that
Mm,
I haven't really had a new client really other than just like maybe a logo or something
right.
for like a year. And the people just like I guess some of the people who message me are just they have like 10 side projects. So they just want me to
Okay.
do everything for everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what's
So
cool is you build a relationship with someone that it doesn't matter if you like you could be the best designer or an average designer or not even that good, but if you already know this person, they feel like they
yeah.
don't have to go through the onboarding, they don't have to go through that. It's like when an employee will spend more money giving you a raise than having to fire you and hire someone else. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they don't want to they're comfortable with you, you guys speak the same language and everything.
Yeah. And a lot of them, like a lot of people who have been commissioning me, like were paying for my artwork when I was working in a call center. So like
Yeah,
I try and which I really appreciate. So I just try and
work with them.
probably do way too much for how much money I'm being paid usually. But
Yeah, yeah, I've had jobs where like it's people that are either like really close that I'm close with, and like I try to be like stern and I try to be fair to myself, but sometimes like I understand like people's situations, and if it's like I
yeah,
usually get if I'm gonna do like a big cut, like I'll just help you out or do it for like a quarter or half of what I would normally charge. The only thing I usually like to ask is like, I don't want you coming back with hella revisions or nothing, you know, like give me a little bit more
yeah,
control if I'm going to hook you up this much, you know?
yeah. That's the thing with my asset store. Like that's the one thing that I hate. I love doing work for music and stuff, but like when it's done, I'm done. I'm ready to like move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate having to be like, oh, can you change? Can you? Here's a list of things, and then you do those, and then there's a new list after that.
Yeah.
So now I've got like some more income from my asset store. I can kind of phase those people out.
Yeah. That's why like I had that video about like contracts and all that stuff. Like I used to just get
That
straight
was a really good
bullied, you know?
video.
I used to not
Yeah,
have any, and like, I'm not saying like you don't want to be a piece of shit designer and just say, here's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't like it. If you want me to fix it, pay more. That's not what I'm advocating for. But if you
yeah,
do, like, if they say they want something and then you revise it 6 times, like at that point, it's like, do they really want this? And then also, like, you're just having to do
they
that for
don't.
free over and over and over. And a lot of times
Yeah,
people will say, like, I spoke about this with that dude, Dewey Saunders. Like, he was like, he said something like, go crazy, bro, isn't art direction. You know, like sometimes they don't tell you anything. So you have to give them all this.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I like that direction. Then from there, it spawns a whole new web of like stuff you need to start on, you know?
Yeah. A lot of my commissions are go crazy, bro, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people, there's a producer called Anti or Anti, which I can't bring myself to say because I'm not American, but that's his like alias. But he just literally will commission me, and whatever I send him, like it just gets used.
That's awesome.
No questions asked, just uses it.
Is that like
me.
hip hop or what is that?
No, he's like a trap EDM SoundCloud based. Yeah, like whatever I send, he'll just use. There's a few other people. There's a rapper called Bailey Snow. Like generally, he'll just be like, "Yeah, just here's a song."
Is
whatever,
most of your work within like either electronic or like hip hop, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah. But yeah, he'll just use whatever I send him usually, and those ones are like it's like free money because I probably would have made something anyway with my time. So you can have it. It gets used. I get to. It's quite a cool feeling seeing it on Spotify or
definitely
wherever. So yeah, it's like it feels like free money.
And
which is
has most of your clients came like obviously the album art archive socials have a lot more following than like Skintrist or whatever personal accounts you have. So do a lot of your clients come through there, and do you just contact them through there, or do you direct them to like your other accounts?
No, so I don't really, to be honest, the vast majority of people, the more followers you get, like the worse quality of like person coming in your inbox you're gonna get. I found anyway.
Yeah.
So 90% of the time, the people who are messaging me on there are just like, can I just pay £10 to sell a t-shirt or whatever? And it's just like, so I don't read them anymore, really.
Right. Yeah.
So I just take everything through Skintrust.
I don't even have like that reach or anything yet, but it's like the worst when you get messages like that. Some people have this idea that like they're entitled for you to do something for them for free or something, you know, like just because they know you, or they're like, I had this person hit me up saying something like, yo, let's work on like, can you work on an NFT for me? And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, I want you to make it and I can like post it. And I was like, why would I ever do that? You know, like this doesn't make any sense. Like you can buy it if I do it. And they were like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know anyone else that does this. And I was just like, okay, it's not my fault that you don't know anyone else.
Yeah. This is the thing. Like I hate taking commissions for this. I like doing album art because it's quite clear, like you can't hide what you're going to do with it. Like I know probably how much money you're going to make from it. Sometimes you'll make less money than I do from your
streams
release
or whatever.
Paid me.
Yeah,
because streams pay like nothing. But like with I hate taking commissions for merch and stuff like that because sometimes it's just like that person's just paying me. They're just sending it to a printer and then taking the profit.
Right.
So yeah, that's why that's why it's like it's a bit daunting coming outside of the whole album art stuff because I just hate all that. It's like
because you have a good understanding of like that industry now, so I could see that with merch. With merch, like you probably need to upcharge quite a bit. I haven't done a lot of merch, but that's probably one of the most like if this person that you're working for has any type of reputable name, they're going to be able to sell that for whatever price they want, and all their fans are probably going to buy all of it, you know?
And you need to be careful as well, because sometimes like you don't know who you're really talking to, especially on Instagram. Because through Album Art Archive, I do get a lot of like young teenagers or just like young artists message me saying, this guy messaged me, so I sold him work for like $150 and now it's on, I won't name anyone, but now it's on huge artists merch, or now it's on a huge artist album cover or whatever. And they're like, oh, is there any way I can get paid for it? And I'm like,
probably not.
no way. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been trying to like, since you kind of have it, if I was a young I am a young designer, but if I was a younger designer unfamiliar with anything like related to clients and I saw your page, I would think that you're someone that I could contact about those things. Do you get a lot of like advice
Yeah.
questions and things like that?
Yeah, like I'm probably stupid for doing it, but some days I'm like, right, this is everything I've got to do today. I'm gonna have a really productive day. And then I'll just like open my inbox and I'll have like 10 or 15 messages. And I'm like, oh, I'll just reply to these. And then it's like
They keep coming
2,
back.
3 o'clock or whatever. And all I've done is reply to messages about people getting scammed or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, a lot of people message me, and I don't know how long you've followed my account, but sometimes I'll just take a screenshot and post it on my story, of like the message
Mm.
of the kid's problem or whoever it is.
Yeah.
And there's a few artists actually there's Dan Barkle, there's an artist called Scribbler Creative,
Mm.
um, there's a lot Obi and Japari. Uh, there's loads of people who contribute, but they'll say, "Oh, this is," because they're smarter than me. They'll come back to me with like really, really good advice that I'll then share on my story. So
Mm.
I'm just
Yeah.
posting screenshots really, but
And that
that's
way you don't
like,
have to message everyone back individually. You can kind of answer it through the story.
yeah, I think that's probably the one of the most valuable things about my actual page though, is that there's a total noob idiot who's just started messaging me, and like a guy who's been doing it for like 30 years.
Yeah.
And
That's cool though. That means you have a good
there's a
reach,
place, yeah, but there's a good way, like there's a good place for those two people to like, uh
Connect.
yeah, and for the young, because it shouldn't take. I'm 24 now, and like I've only been full time doing this for like 6 months.
Hmm.
And considering I started learning Photoshop when I was like 14, like it shouldn't have really taken me this long to
Yeah.
get here, but it has. But it's just good to like share as much as I can, so like
Yeah.
hopefully someone can quit their job
And
quicker than I
also
did.
you've gotten a lot farther than like a lot of people would consider like a goal and stuff. So like it's easy, to everyone. Like I think creatives have this inherent imposter syndrome and also just like feeling that like they're not where they're supposed to be. But I mean, you're doing pretty good, for being 24 years old. I think you should be proud of that. I'm
Yeah,
23 and I'm like, I don't think that I'm anywhere near like the goal, but as long as
yeah,
you're
but
going upward, you're good.
you've got like a design job though.
Yeah.
You say you had something like a billboard the other day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing all right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Like I like, it's funny because I talk to a lot of peer freelancers and other people that work in studios, other people that work in-house. Like for my job, I'm like in-house for a company currently, right? I've worked at an
Yeah,
agency before that did like movie posters and stuff like that. But with the in-house job, it's steady income, and it seems like everyone in the freelance world that's like starting out young, they want to get into that in-house job and have that steady income. And everyone in those jobs is like, damn, I just want to be self-employed and not have to
yeah,
do whatever. So I guess once you get enough money to where the self-employed takes over, then I just don't want to do anything too risky, and be out here trying to struggle and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It is sometimes a bit like like, oh, I don't know where my money's gonna come from
Hmm.
this month. But like I used to make the same amount every month working like 9 to 5 pretty much, and like I'd way prefer,
Right.
not that I'm definitely, I'm doing okay, like no one needs to worry about me, but would prefer doing this and being like flat broke to
Totally.
going back to my old job. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking just through. I posted something on Instagram about like the loans and all that stuff, and like
Ah,
just getting insight on how people feel about money and stuff, and
the student loan thing.
the discrepancy between your UK's like stuff and our shit. Like we get paid more, but I still think the ratio is way better over there because we're getting like absolutely
What
just
over here
melted.
or for you?
For you guys, I think we get paid more in general, I think, like the income average, but the counting in all the like loans and all that, I think you guys still have it better off with that,
Uh,
you know?
well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, all my clients are anyway, so
Yeah,
I get paid whatever they want to pay in dollars. Like
right.
I have to work all out. But yeah, that student loan stuff. Yeah, I think it works a lot. I'll probably never pay that back what I owe, like never. Because
Really?
they can't. It's not I'll contact my accountant at the end of the month and I'll pay my 2020 tax bill and they'll put an extra bit on that for my loan.
Right.
But they can't like phone me and say you need to pay more or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
percentage based. Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to like a lot of different people after posting that, and I get kind of real heady and stressful in it sometimes because I just want it to be like gone. And I know some people that are like, yeah, like 100K and still going, like fuck them or whatever. I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
man, that's crazy. Like I wish I had that. Kind of envious of that. Like don't give a fuckness that you have. You know?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not bothered because I used to obviously that used to be my job, like debt collection.
So you kind of know
So
like the rules and everything over there.
kind of, yeah, like as long as you don't owe money to like a bank or a phone company or like a credit card or whatever, like
Hmm.
student loans is just nothing really. Like I'll never pay that back. And I'll if I can I will, but like I know I'm never gonna make a 100 grand of spare money to just give them. Like
You just gotta scan in all the receipts from the loan company and release that as an asset pack for $100,000 price tag. See who buys it on
yeah,
Gumroad.
I might sell an NFT. There's some on Foundation that are listed. I saw one that was listed for like 500 grand today or something.
And what was it?
Weird. I don't. I'll try find it, but
Oh, I thought you meant that they were selling student loan like pictures.
oh no. Sorry. Yeah, there was one on here for like 500 grand. That's never gonna sell.
So a couple last things I wanted to go over. You
Yeah.
posted on your thing for people to ask you questions, and
Oh yeah.
there wasn't
I
a
don't know if
ton,
you
but
got
the
any.
ones that I got, there was 3 about the same thing, and they were asking about your keyboard
Ah,
and where
I
you got
knew
it
this would
and
happen.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So I got it. It's here. One sec.
Is it WASD or what? That's what
Yeah.
I told someone. I thought,
Yeah. So it's got all the Photoshop
yeah,
things, which I literally never even look at.
right.
And then here it's got the color chrome.
Sticker,
Try
right?
and try not to knock my microphone over.
Yeah.
No, it's printed onto the keyboard.
Oh, that's dope.
Um,
So you uploaded that to them and they printed it on pretty much.
yeah, that's by an artist called Barbara Hernandez who does like a ton of the typography on my asset store.
Dope.
But like to be honest, it's super overpriced. They will not sponsor me. So do not go and buy. Don't do it. Just buy a Razer keyboard
What
or
did you get the keycaps from them as well? The custom
yeah,
what
yeah,
else?
they just sent everything, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was very expensive.
Yeah, I'm all
And they
into
were
that shit now. I've spent a lot of money on my on this.
oh yeah. See, do you have what's the on the space bar?
This is a Vamrio one or
No,
Varmillo or whatever. And
what
this
does
is
it say on this?
it's all like Mobile Suit Gundam shit. It's kind of hard to
I thought
focus, but yeah.
yeah, I thought it said DHL, the
Oh
delivery
yeah, it
company.
looks like that. But what's funny is
Um,
the original version of it had the little screen on the right. There's a little LCD, and it's actually a calculator, the number pad, like an analog
oh,
calculator.
that's cool.
So it's
Yeah,
super novelty, but it's kind of cool to have, you know.
I'll send you a picture if you want to put it in, but like my setup now like has all come together in like the past 6 months. So
Yeah.
everything's quite new. But I knew that was the question you were gonna get asked. I thought, oh maybe someone will like ask some insightful question about
Yeah.
me or my life.
People just
But
want to get the
that's
cool shit at the end of the day,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. If they ever sponsor me, then yeah, go buy it. But for now, I'm not saying to go buy that keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good because you don't want to get no free clout around
Or
here.
if they sponsor you, if they sponsor your podcast, then in fact, I'll message them actually. They message me. So I'll say I mentioned it if you sponsor Jesse
Yeah,
Nyberg podcast.
unless you don't sponsor, we're gonna bleep it out, so you don't even get to know what we're
Yeah.
talking about. We're gonna say we got this from Ducky or someone else, you know. So
Whatever. Yeah. But I'll message him. I will actually do it. I'll message him and see
oh
if they'll
sweet.
sponsor you.
What before we go, it's kind of become a common thing. Is there anyone that you want to shout out? Inspirations? I know you said you got a little list.
So I was just wanting to mention, because I've had this, obviously I was speaking to you before about group chats. I'm just looking it up. There's one that I started. Instagram made this like weird feature 2-3 years ago where you could put a sticker on your story, people tap it, and they get added to a group chat.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they removed it quick, probably because like it was
Spam
filled. Yeah, but I put one of them on my story, and the people who joined it when I had like 900 followers are all still in here, and like I speak to pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like generally, just especially through lockdown and stuff, like all these people, it's like my colleagues or whatever, but they all make really cool stuff. So there's Art Ravel. I'll send you all these links, don't worry. Art Ravel, he did my website. Barbara Hernandez, who I told you, she did the color chrome,
typography stuff.
Yeah, all of them on website by her. Combrisi, who's like a really cool, he makes cover art. I don't know how to pronounce his username, but ELVOGTO. He's someone who I've followed for ages. Before I got into like 3D work, I used to love like just looking at his stuff. I mentioned Luden Works, I think, to you earlier. There's like a few other 3D artists. Everlasting, who I think you know now.
Yeah, through you.
Yeah, through that group chat, he's helped me tons. Obi and Japari, again, like super helpful, really nice people. I'll stop eventually, don't worry. I won't make you like have this huge list up, but again, Black Market, really helpful, and Mona Thomas as well, a really helpful artist.
Dope.
Not really like maybe not visually super inspirational, but like probably would have made a ton of stupid mistakes if like I didn't have those people to help me
for advice.
Yeah,
dude, that's that's awesome. Like I think I really can tell that you have a sense of like community in the way that like you weren't just like saying these are these crazy people that are super like talented that I always look up to, but you actually put value on the things of like building relationships from the ground up, you know, like those people were rocking with you since the beginning. So they like those kind of people, I think, are the people that deserve that recognition, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, they're all way better than me at like what they do, because I have to spend all my time like doing this page. So they're just doing their thing. Like Barbara's really good at typography because that's literally all she does. She just did there's quite a big artist, Bebe Rexha, I think that's how you say her name. She did the logo for her. Again, like that guy I mentioned, Combrisi, joined like ages ago this group chat, and then recently did something for Post Malone.
Yeah.
So like it's really cool seeing like all these people who just joined probably like having no idea who I was. But now like everyone's doing really cool stuff.
Yeah, I really like I think that I try to do this myself, and I think that you've done a good job at this in general, as kind of being a like a facilitator or a link between different like communities and things, because it, you know, for example, I don't know shit about like crypto and NFTs like that much. I did like a little bit, but you know, I was talking with Jack, and he brought me into this other group chat and was just like, yo, here's Jesse, or here's Glue, fill him in or whatever. And then we all just start talking from there. And a lot of times it's good to have people like that in the community, because sometimes things can be very like intimidating, I guess, to just approach on your own, you know?
Yeah, especially with Instagram and stuff, because people have like crazy, crazy numbers,
Hmm.
and you're like, oh, I'm never gonna
Talk
be
to
able to
him or
learn
whatever.
from that person or whatever. But um, sometimes like if people, because you know on Instagram, if you've got more followers in the DM requests thing,
Hmm.
you'll come up at the top.
Oh,
Like
I didn't know that.
if you've got yeah, well they might have removed it now, but they at least at one point you did. So there's a lot of time when like people, if someone needs to get in touch with someone or whatever, like I'm like, oh, all right, I'll do it or whatever. So yeah, I think there's not enough of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
No one wants to like share the recipe or whatever,
Share
or
the
no one
sugar.
wants to. Yeah, no, everyone's too. I think everyone's too scared of just losing their followers or
Yeah,
losing their
if
thing.
you're
Or
worried about losing something by giving someone else an opportunity, then you didn't really deserve that thing to begin with, and that person didn't really want you for you, you know? Like don't
yeah,
like 2021, we gotta stop. No more gatekeeping and no more stupid secrets.
yeah,
None of that shit, you
that's
know?
the word I was looking for. Yeah, gatekeeping, and especially with just like general knowledge
Yeah.
it's a lot in music because it's no one wants you to take their clients or whatever, or no one wants this famous artist you've just worked for to see your friend's work because you know it's way better than yours.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that it happens a lot. But I just try and I've made all the mistakes. Like that's why it's
Hmm.
taken me so long to get here. So I just try and tell everyone all the stupid shit I've done and what not to do.
Well, I mean, all we could do is keep getting better, keep helping people out, keep the community growing. And if you want to learn more about Jack and the stuff that he's doing, he has album art archive on Instagram.
Yeah,
He has Skintress, which is his personal work. And
yep.
then what else you got? Anything else you want to plug?
Just albumarchive.store.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the
That's it.
description. Go buy some shit, some Chrome, some assets, some. You got a new thing,
Thank
right?
you.
Liquify Reflections or whatever.
Oh, that was such a weird. I got like halfway through the month. February's so short. I was like, oh, I've not made anything, so
Yeah,
I'll just make this. But
we'll go get that too.
I'm gonna do a big one this month, and most of the stuff. Sorry, I'm just moving my keyboard back. Most of the stuff that's on there has extra free stuff in it that's
Oh,
not.
nice.
I don't tell you you're gonna get, but then you get it anyway.
Any little Easter
Um,
eggs.
yeah, or there's like free updates coming down the
Yeah.
line.
All right. Well, check it out and make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out some of the older podcasts. Check out the Discord if you want to learn more stuff and talk with other creatives. And Jack, I appreciate it again, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for having me, mate. Cheers.